Hi. What if I told you you may never have to weed eat your lawn again? Pay for cheese, milk, or soap. Oh, and you don't have to pay for meat either. I know some of you are thinking this may be too good to be true, and then some of you are thinking, where do I sign up? Hi, my name is Alexey Sazonov. I have a small farm, and I'm trying to start a small business. So today, we're going to talk about goats, okay? We're going to talk about specifically how goats are useful, okay? So before we get into how goats are useful, let's talk about the history of goats and their anatomy and some basic concept, and then we'll talk about how goats are useful to you, okay? So, some of the history about goats, okay? I know this is interesting stuff. So according to Wikipedia and the Proceedings of National Academy of Science, okay, the genetics analysis confirms the archaeological evidence that wild Bizior ibex, or wild goats, okay, in the Zagros Mountain, which is the mountain in Turkey, Iran, and Iraq, okay, confirms that that is the likely or earliest domestication of goats, okay. So now we know that. Archaeological expert Kay Christ Heiss stated in her article, why would anybody want to domesticate goats? Okay, she said that beginning between 10,000 years and 11,000 years ago, the Neolithic farms near the east started keeping ibex for milk, meat, dung for fuel. Their hair, skin, and sinew were also used as clothing and also for their buildings as well. Okay, so now that we know a little bit about the history of goats, let's talk about the anatomy and some basic concept of goats. So we've all seen a goat. We kind of know what one looks like, but there's a few things about goats that maybe is not common knowledge. So I want to talk about some of those features and also some of the terminology, okay? So according to Live Science article, Facts About Goats, okay, goats are ruminants like cow, meaning they have 4 stomach compartments, okay? So the compartments are the rumen, which holds about 4 to 6 gallons of food, the reticulum, which holds about a quarter to a half a gallon of food. Then you got the omacium, which holds about a quarter gallon. And then the final compartment, which is the abomacium, which holds about a gallon of food. So the overall process is 11 to 15 hours for food to totally digest through a goat system. It's a long time. That's why you always see them eating, and, well, you know the rest. So goats also have a horizontal pupils. I don't know if you ever looked in the goat's eyes, okay? Well, if you haven't looked into it, it's weird. So they have horizontal pupils. Now there's a lot of controversy as to why they're horizontal, because you see a lot of animals that have vertical pupils and they're usually the predators, but then you have a lot of the prey, per se, I guess, are the ones with horizontal pupils, and that's so they could see maybe predators. That's one theory anyways. So some basic terminology. So baby goats are called kids, okay? A female goat is called doe, or doeling if it's a female baby goat. Males are called bucks. Now males, these are males that are intact, meaning they're not castrated, are called bucks, okay, or bucklings if they're kids. So a goat that's been castrated is called a wether, okay? So now that we know a little bit about the goats, their anatomy, and some facts about some goats, now let's talk about the usefulness, which is the good part, right? So goats can make good pets, okay? So according to Melissa, in the article in her magazine, From Scratch, she states that goats are social animals. So if you get a goat, you at least have to buy 2 in a herd, all right? So goats are good weed eaters, all right? I'm speaking from experience that these are natural weed eaters that are good for the environment, and they're also cost you nothing to weed eat your property. Okay. Goats also produce milk nearly year-round. So according to gotmilkstuff.com, the use of goat milk, okay, ranges from yogurt all the way to making soap, and they've got a lot on that website of different ways to use goat milk. Okay, so goat meat is also popular around the world, and it's growing in the United States. And it's called Chivon, which is French, and Cabrito, which is a Spanish term for it. Okay, so according to an article in Modern Farmer, the lack of American interested in goat milk is confounding. Okay, it's affordable, lean, and it tastes good. And a lot of chefs are starting to include it in their menu. Okay, the multiple uses of goat can be profitable as well. So like everything that I just said, you can make money through breeding them or using them for selling the milk or soap or whatnot. So those are the ways you can make some money off of it. Okay, so in conclusion, I hope that I've piqued your interest in a small goat business, how to make it affordable, or if anything, at the very least, how to make your life more affordable. So if you get a goat, and in the future, maybe we could talk about kids. Thank you.